Hello, my lovely Cancers. Welcome to your reading for the beginning of June. My name is Natasha, also known as Nurse Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. We're going to get right into this reading, Cancer. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Don't forget to check all those signs. Make sure you take what resonates, leave the rest. Some of this might be for you, some of it might be for another Cancer. We're going to get into the tarot and then a little bit into some oracle cards. I am doing a thing for these batch of readings where I'm offering a free 3-card pull for someone. If you'd like to be entered into that, all I need you to do is drop your name and a question you have, or if you don't have a question, you can just put general reading in the comments. If you want to be entered into that, I'm going to pick one for each sign. So you got lots of chances to get that free 3-card reading. You can comment on multiple videos if you like. I'm just going to pick one from each of the signs. I'm not going to pick the same person twice. So yeah, drop your name and your question in the comments. We're gonna get right into this, Cancer. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Pentacles lurking with the King of Pentacles. Behind it, I think, Cancer, you are definitely focusing on your finances, on the material, the physical realm, the tangible realm. This 6 of Pentacles is the card of equal give and take. You can see here, it's like a wealthy person sharing, you know, with the peasants. And I think that's you, Cancer. I think that you are mastering the art of not just giving, but also receiving. That's what I think a lot of people forget. The 6 of Pentacles also represents is not just the ability to give, which Cancers, you do that. That's what you do, right? As a Pisces, I know. Us water signs, we give, and we forget to also receive. So maybe it's time to receive a little bit, my lovely Cancers. All right. Y'all are just flying out here. Yes, Cancer. We love to see it. We have the 2 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Empress. Very soft, sweet, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, luxury energy, creative energy for sure. All these cards are very sacral chakra energy, the Empress especially. She is the card of luxury and creation. And, you know, the Empress can be a card of pregnancy, but most importantly, it's creating, right? Pregnancy is the creation of another life. And I'm not saying that that's you. I'm just saying that you could be creating something new. I also just noticed in this deck, there's like a mama swan with all the little baby swans. It's so cute. This is the after tarot. So it's the Rider-Waite tarot, but 1 second after. This is the divine feminine, you know, gender irregardless. It's just the divine feminine energy. But I think you're definitely creating something, Cancer, creating something based in emotional fulfillment, which is great. I think that is you doing just that. Like we were talking about giving and receiving. I think that's you allowing yourself to receive. I mean, look at this. 2 of Cups. Look how sweet that is. 10 of Cups, partnership, family. There's a little white cat in both of these, which I think is really cute. You know, it could be you and another person, whether it's a friend or a lover or a family member. But I just see you really focusing on love. I see you really focusing on fulfillment and emotions and taking care of yourself and others and filling your own cup as well as the cups of others. And I think you're really good at that, Cancer. You're very good at filling the cups of others. And now I think you're like, it's like that meme with that little girl from the taco commercial where she's like, why can't we have both? And it's like, you know, you finally realize that you don't have to just be giving all the time. You can also be receiving. So we love this so far, Cancer. What else? What else is going on for Cancer at the beginning of June? The Magician. That's definitely you, my lovely Cancers, realizing you have all the tools at your disposal. All the suits of the tarot, the Pentacles, the Wands, the Cups, the Swords are all on this card. The Magician comes after the Fool. The Magician is the how of the journey, whereas the Fool is the starting of the journey. The Magician is the how. What tools do I have in front of me? How can I use them? How can I tap into my magic? How can I be the alchemizer? That is the Magician. The Magician is able to alchemize and transmute and figure out how to do the journey. I think that's where you're at, my lovely Cancers. If you're on a journey and you're not sure where to go, take a moment to look at all the tools that you have around you and how can you utilize them. Okay, not that many. What else? What else does Cancer need to hear? That was the Lovers that just fell out. Yes, indeed. We have the Lovers here, card of Gemini. Again, like, we got both the cards of the Lovers. The Two of Cups, the Lovers. I mean, even the Ten of Cups has a family on it. The Empress, you know, the very lovey-dovey energy for my Cancers. Yeah, you definitely got some love going on. The Lovers can also, if you're like, I'm a Cancer and I'm single, I don't know what you're talking about. It can also be self-love, loving on yourself. The Lovers can also be a choice. Duality, right? It's the card of Gemini. Yes, I think duality for sure is the name of the game, because the Devil just came out as well. Now, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the Lovers and the Devil are two sides. I'm going to kind of like try to cover this up because YouTube will get mad about nudity, but two sides of the same coin. You can see here at the top of each card, this one's the Devil, this one's the Angel, and then at the bottom is the Lovers. Except in the Devil, in this one, they're actually, you know, get it on, but in the Lovers, it's Adam and Eve, the Garden of Eden, but the Devil and the Lovers are opposites of each other, is what I'm trying to say. It's the duality, light and shadow, the Devil and the Lovers, fear and love. It's two sides of the same coin. And maybe that's where your balance was coming in, Cancer, with the Six of Pentacles, was that balance, that duality. You know, you found the balance between your own light and shadow. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of healing here. I think, you know, it's funny because the Seven of Wands also came out. And the Seven of Wands is defending your place at the top of the mountain. And I think this is you right now, Cancer. You're like, I have done the work. I'm doing pretty good. I am healing, I am vibing, and I don't want anyone to take that from me. So I'm fighting people off with sticks. Like, you are defending your place at the top of the mountain. You have found your balance between the Devil and the Lovers. And, you know, you're ready for your abundance. We have the Sun here, the happiest, warmest card in the deck. Also could be a card of Leo, but, you know, happiness, warmth, abundance. The thing that I like about the Sun is it has sunflowers in it. And traditionally sunflowers are like, obviously they face the sun so they can grow. But in this card, they're actually facing away from the sun towards the reader, which means you are the sun, right? You, I think, have found your happiness and abundance and healing and balance between the Devil and the Lovers and all those things and the Magician. You found it within yourself, I think, Cancer. The Ten of Cups, as much as it is about family and happiness and love and fulfillment, it is kind of the concept that happiness comes from within. In one of my favorite decks, the Way Home Tarot, the Ten of Cups is depicted as 10 glasses, like 10 cups that are empty glasses, and they're irradiating rainbows because they are empty. Like, you know, when the light hits the glass, it radiates rainbows out. You have found that kind of contentment, I think, within yourself, and you're defending your place at the top of the mountain. You're defending your place, your happiness, and you're celebrating. We have the Three of Cups here. I think you may be craving a celebration with your squad. You can see there's three women here just celebrating, cheersing. I think that's going to be you soon. I think that's going to be you, Cancer, when you can kind of put down the wands and the swords. I think as great as this reading is, and I think you've done a lot of work and you've done all these things, and look, the Six of Pentacles is right back at the bottom of the deck. You've definitely found that balance. There has been, I feel like it's been a long, hard battle to get here, right? We have the Seven of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Five of Swords. Ten of Swords, you can see this person here is literally dead. Ten of Swords is like literally dead. You're like at the end of that journey of the swords, which is, the swords are kind of like, to me, this, not the scariest suit in the deck, but like the most aggressive suit in the deck besides wands. The swords are pretty like aggressive. And I think, you know, in order to kind of have that celebratory moment and to have that moment in the sun and to really find that true emotional fulfillment, you might need to put the swords down a little bit, put the wands down a little bit. I know it can feel, when you have reached that love and happiness and fulfillment, you fought really hard to get there, and it's like scary to like put your guard down because you're like, I want to keep this. But if you hold on too tightly to something or protect it too viciously, you know, that's when it might not stay, because you gotta, it's like the art of detachment and the art of putting your swords down now that you've kind of won the battle. So you can celebrate and you can have the Sun and your 2 of Cups and your 10 of Cups and all that very celebratory, warm, abundance energy. Maybe you gotta put your swords down for a moment. And I'm not saying let your guard down completely. And the 6 of Pentacles also suggests, again, the equal giving and receiving. That also means boundaries and knowing when to stop giving so much. But I think you've mastered that, Cancer. You've mastered, again, the Lovers versus the Devil. And you can put your swords down a little bit, your wands down a little bit. What else does Cancer need to hear? Yeah. Let it break, again. Putting the wands and the swords down. You've already made it there, and it's okay to have that detachment. If you want the wish, right, when you're breaking a wishbone, it's because you're wanting a wish. You have to let it go. You have to let it break to get that wish. I'm feeling that 5 of Swords with that let it break card. Dimensional shift and kill your darlings. So you can see here the dimensional shift is like a car that's on fire, but then there's a rainbow in the background. That's literally what's happening here. Like, we have the 10 of Cups, which is kind of like that rainbow energy. You can see the similarities there. And then, you know, the Devil, the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Wands is kind of like that car that's on fire. You know, I think the dimensional shift is a rough transitionary period where you're going from that car fire to the rainbows, and you're like, what? I that John Travolta meme where he's like looking around like, what the heck? That's, I think, where you are, Cancer. You're kind of in the midst of that dimensional shift, and it feels, you're like, my car's on fire, but there's a rainbow, but I don't know. It's okay. It's a confusing energy, but you got to put those swords down so you can kind of embrace the full rainbow energy. And kill your darlings. This is a card. A darling in the literary sense is something that an author relies on as kind of like a trope or a signature, like a phrase that the author says frequently. And to kill your darlings means to get rid of that. It means to get rid of like the tropes, the things that you keep repeating, the stories that you might have kept telling yourself. And I think that's like the swords and the wands that you're holding up is like the old limiting beliefs and the old stories that, like, you know, caused the car fire and caused, like, you know, the trauma that you've gone through to get to this point of happiness. Is those old stories and those darlings, those like things you keep repeating to yourself that, you know, they're comforting, not necessarily comforting, because, you know, limiting beliefs are not comforting, but it's like, it allows you to stay in your comfort zone. It's, you know, these things have developed from trauma, but you need to kill those things off because they're not serving you any longer. Those old stories, those old limiting beliefs, those old guards that you have up. It's time to kill those darlings. Yes. Knock, knock, tick tock. It's a card of divine timing, of kind of knowing the rhythms of fate and the tickings of time. I'm also picturing that like Judge Judy meme where she's like pointing at her watch and then she's like slamming on the thing. It's like, it's time, Cancer. It's time. Knock, knock, tick tock. Like, it's time for you to kind of let those wands and swords down so you can focus on your happiness and fulfillment. Like, it's time. And I know it's hard. And I know, you know, we've been through traumas and things. It's really hard to put those swords down because you feel like you need them. You need to be on the offensive and the defensive to protect yourself. I know. But you came here to turn off the lights. You came here for a reason. You came here for a purpose. You are here to help the collective. And no kings but us. You are a king. We are all kings. You especially, Cancer, though, you, I think, need to hear that you are a king, that you are worthy, that you are so magical, and you are stardust, and you're all these good things. You are, I promise. I know sometimes you don't feel like it, but you are, and you came here for a reason, and you came here for a purpose. What else does Cancer need to hear? Strangely perfect timing. Again, a card of divine timing. I think That's kind of, I feel like what you're waiting on, Cancer, is like the perfect timing for something. And at the bottom of the deck is Eureka. Eureka, I found it. It's an aha moment. I think that's what you're waiting for, Cancer, with this strangely perfect timing. You're like, I know I need to like put those swords down, and I know I need to do these things, but I'm just waiting for the right time. I'm like waiting just in case like things get bad again, or I'm waiting just in case if like, you know, everything comes crashing down again, because it's happened before, and that's why your defenses are up. But it's not going to happen, Cancer. You're gonna have that aha moments in the right time, and you're gonna be able to put those swords down. What else does Cancer need to hear as we move into June? One, 11, make a wish. Maybe you've been saying angel numbers a lot, but this is literally the universe. You can see it's a silver platter. The universe handing you what you want on a silver platter. Again, keep an eye out for those signs, Cancer, the 111s, the 222s, the angel numbers, carefree timelessness. I think this is what you need to embody. This is the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. It's that very carefree, fun, flirty, happy energy, celebrating with your friends and your partner and your cat and your whatever, right? Carefree timelessness. Be carefree. And that's the thing, right? Carefree timelessness is being carefree and not caring about the time or, you know, what's happening, when, you know, very clearly you are kind of really focused on like you're like waiting for some kind of right timing, or you're like, the timing is off. I can't go celebrate with my friends because it's like, I'm waiting for something. I'm waiting for like permission, I'm hearing. And it's like, you don't need to wait for that. You don't need to wait for their permission to do stuff. You can just like go do it and have fun. Just because you let your guard down to go have fun and do fun things does not mean that the bad things are gonna come back. I don't know, someone needed to hear it. That's why you're so afraid to put down those swords and those wands, and you're afraid to keep like fighting people off, is because you're like, well, every time I do that, something bad happens, or again, that's the story because it's happened before. And it's like, no, you can go be carefree and loosen up a little bit. Like, you are not your trauma, and you know, yeah, I don't know. Somebody needed to hear it. So it's getting me like emotional. Like, you are allowed to go have fun. You're allowed to go be carefree. So I'm gonna leave it at that, because if I keep talking, I'm gonna start crying. So what else is Cancer need to hear? You deserve to go have some fun, Cancer. Divinity, again, this I believe is a card of divine timing. Veiled. Pull one more. Oh, friendship. Very 2 of Cups energy and 3 of Cups energy. Friendship, I'm feeling you need to go like celebrate with your friends. I'm gonna look up the meanings of this Divinity card and this Veiled card, because this is a new Oracle deck. So let's see. Veiled. All is not being revealed at this time. Is someone around you hiding or holding back? Please use caution in proceeding, or perhaps the mask is inviting you to be more protective of what you share. Draw another card for clarity for your next right action. Let's see. Transmute. Yes. I think you need to transmute that veiled energy. Again, that's that protective energy. It's literally saying like protect your energy and stuff. I think you need to transmute that into friendship, into good things, into that carefree timelessness. You can't be veiled and kind of cut yourself off forever, Cancer. And the Divinity card, let's see. You are divine, let's see, invites you to proceed with love over fear. See, I told you. No matter what your situation or relation, proceed only from a place of unconditional love, reverence, and understanding. Again, move from love and not fear, my lovely Cancers. I think I said it earlier. That's the balance between the lovers and the devil. Love versus fear. Like, so much duality here. And I also noticed that the last Oracle card at the bottom of the deck is love and hate versus light and shadow. There's lots of dual nature happening here, Cancer. And I think that's, again, that Six of Pentacles, the balance. You can't have it all one way or another. With light, there is shadow. And, you know, two things can exist at the same time. And you can't protect yourself from everything, and you can't cut out everything, because then you're also cutting out the good. There has to be some kind of balance. So that's all I have for you, my lovely Cancers. Don't forget to drop your name and your question if you have one, if you want to be entered to win a free 3-card reading, or if you're like, hey, you know what, I just want to get a 3-card reading, so I don't want to wait, you can book one of those if you'd like. I do 3, 6-card, 9-card chakra spreads. If you'd like a video like this personalized to you, a full 20-minute long video reading, I also offer those. If you are looking to start your Witchcraft and Wellness journey, I have a new ebook, a Witchcraft and Wellness challenge, a 30-day challenge. I have Witchcraft and Wellness courses, moon phases, crystal magic, yoga, chakras, self-love, mindful eating, all of the things. I have a course bundle with all those things and that Witchcraft and Wellness challenge ebook in it. I have a membership here on YouTube, like I was saying. If you just hit that join button, come join our community. We do live tarot readings every week, live yoga every week. All the things. I have a ton of free videos here on YouTube as well. I have free content on TikTok and Instagram. I have a lot of stuff, so I'm going to put it all in the description box below for y'all. Don't forget to throw your name and a question in the comments. Don't forget to like, save, subscribe, share, all those buttons. I think that's all I have for you, Cancer. I will see y'all next time.